Okay, let's see if this helps. So the thing to know about the way Common Core math is done nowadays, it's completely different than the way we learned it when we were kids. We talk about numbers in something called a base 10 system, and that's because we have 10 fingers, we have 10 toes, and that's the way people back in the cave days first started learning to count. You'd use tens for everything. So every time you get to a 10, you start a new group of numbers. So you have 0 through 10, and then you move into the teen numbers. 10 more, the 20 numbers. 10 more, the 30s, and so on. So what we teach kids nowadays is to think of making groups of 10. So what you do to count, we use these blocks. They're called base 10 blocks. And to represent 1, it's just one small square. When you get a collection of 10 of those, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, when you get a collection of 10, you make a bundle and you create, it's like a stick shape, and it's made of 10 squares. And whenever I use this in my classroom, instead of having kids draw that out, they represent it with a long, skinny, like this, long, skinny line. So this means 1, this means 10, and the next bundle you make is when you get to 100. How many 10s do you need to make 100? Well, you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So how many 10s? You have 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s, 4 10s, 5 10s, 6 10s, 7 10s, 8 10s, 9 10s, 10 10s. So that is equal to 10 10s. Okay, these are 10s, these are 1s. So once you have 10 10s, as we counted, that makes hundreds. And so instead of having 10 10s, you group them together in a large square. And this is how I have my students draw it out. So this large square means 100. This is 1. 10 of those makes 10. And 10 of these makes 100. So the next step in the progression, once you collect 10 of these, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I'll have to get the blocks at school maybe tomorrow, and I'll show you what the physical blocks look like that we used to teach. But we've got now groups of 100, so that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So how many hundreds did we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 hundreds will give you 1,000. So these are called thousands. And again, just like 10 of these, we bundled to make a 10. 10 tens, we bundled, and we made 100. Now 10 hundreds, we're going to bundle, and the block that we use is a cube shape. Because it's like you're putting these 10 squares together, and it creates a cube. So when you see this, it makes 1,000. And when you see this shape, it makes 100. And when you see this shape, it makes 10. And when you see this shape, it makes 1. So that's the base 10 system. So when you're seeing on her paper, it's, 6 10s. Well, what is 6 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So for example, okay, if she has 4 10s and 5 1s, they want to know what's an equivalent way to bundle that. So I'm going to draw this out. 4 tens is 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so this is 40. And then 5 more, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Okay, so 40 plus 5 more, that equals 45. So then what they're wanting you to do is expand this out. I know it seems silly, but it helps to develop number sense as a lead up to double digit addition. So what they're saying is, if this is your picture to represent 4 tens and 5 ones, how can I turn this picture into 3 tens and blank ones? So what you do, I'm going to draw these 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. So that's what 3 tens means, 30. Okay, so I did those. And now, what do I have left? I have a 10, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm just going to expand that out because they want everything in ones. So I'm going to basically break this apart into its tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we still, so we took care of that, and then we still have these guys. I'm just going to transfer them. There are 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can count 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So this side means 45, and this picture also means 45. It just looks different because we broke apart this 10. So now, how many tens do you have? 3. That's what they wanted. She's solving how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 ones. 3 tens, 15 ones is the same as having 4 tens and 5 ones. So it's the same number represented in a different way. So that's how you want to use these pictures. Might help her. I know it's pretty confusing, and I can send you more help if you need it. But you might want to have her draw out the numbers first using these symbols. So for ones, for tens, for hundreds, and for thousands. And that might help her, give her something concrete that she can kind of break apart. I hope this helps.